Hey, what's going on? Chuck here. And someone recently requested in one of the comments of my video to talk about Yelp for contractors and construction companies, in particular, like advertising on Yelp. So, if you don't know, Yelp has this program. It's kind of like Google Ads, where you can pay them, say, $1,000 a month, and they will promote your profile on their website. And they'll also buy Google Ads and try to direct Google traffic to their Yelp page where they might see you. So personally, I tried Yelp many years ago, probably about 5 years ago now, and they were calling me right after I created a listing with them, and they were offering me $300 ad credit, and I thought, sure, I'll try it. It's risk free. It's free for me to do because they're going to give me credit. And my philosophy on marketing is try everything and measure the results, especially if it's low risk, like not having to pay for it. So that's what I did. I said, okay. And we started the account, and it all got set up automatically. And so that's the first thing I don't really like about it is it's all automated. You don't really have any control over anything. All you get to do is control your daily budget. And this might have changed, but this is how it was then. You create your daily budget, but they extrapolate that to your monthly budget. So, if you change it's kind of weird. So anyways, I was advertising with them. A month went by. I log in, I check it. Nothing happened. I had like a few clicks. It cost like $20. I was like, okay. Let it go another month, put it on my calendar to check it, went in to check it out, and the same thing. It was like 8 clicks or something in the second month, spent another $20. And so I spent $40 out of the 300 in the first 2 months. And I was thinking, okay, this is really slow. Let me set my calendar for 2 months from now because it's just going so slow. Well, I log in 2 months later, and the spend was like $800. And so it went from barely getting any clicks at all to just getting tons of clicks. And I didn't notice because I didn't get any leads or anything from it. I don't really know where they were sending people to or what really was going on. All I know is that I had to spend another $500 of my own money very unexpectedly. And I contacted them, and they weren't really helpful. And so that just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm not saying that Yelp doesn't work, because I do know some people that it works for. That was just my own experience. I didn't really like how I didn't have any control over what was going on, and I didn't like their response when I was an unhappy customer. They basically just told me, like, just deal with it. Like, we're not going to do anything for you. So that is what it is. That's my experience. Now, I do have one customer who gets somewhat consistent projects through Yelp. They used to be spending a few thousand a month. I think they spend $1,000 a month now. And you can't deny that it's bringing people to him. And we saw a big improvement or increase in the number of people coming from Yelp and all sources when we rebuilt their website and made it look a lot more professional. And so that's one thing is with construction, in particular, like remodeling, additions, bigger construction, higher ticket, more costly projects, people aren't just going to see an ad and become a lead. Very rarely does that happen. And if it does happen, it's almost a red flag, because people that are serious about doing big projects like this, they do their due diligence up front. People they shop online for everything these days, including contractors. And so if they find you on Yelp or Facebook or anywhere, they're going to go to Google, they're going to type in the name of your company, and they're going to look and vet you a little bit. And so that's what we saw with this company is they've been getting steady flow of people, visitors from Yelp. And we saw a huge improvement or increase in the number of actual leads from Yelp and all sources when we improved the website. Now, so that's the good thing. The bad thing is, this customer has noticed over the years that the quality of his Yelp advertising is going down. So he showed me the other day, he looked through the Yelp page, and we did like a demo search as if we were one of his customers. And even though he's paying a lot of money every month, he's in this really long list of contractors now because there's just tons of people advertising on Yelp. And even if you go to his Yelp page, there's still other contractors being advertised to that person on your own Yelp page. And so it's, I guess how you say it is, it's just getting a little saturated in a lot of places where you don't get what you used to get for the same amount of money. And that's a common trend with all advertising. It's just getting more expensive and the quality of it is going down. And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I have to say about Yelp. If you're thinking about it, like, it doesn't hurt to have a free Yelp page. Like, anyone can go make a Yelp listing. I think it's for free. Put pictures on it, get a few reviews on it, like, make yourself look good, because like I said, people are going to vet you. They're going to type the name of your company into Google. They're going to look at some things, and they might click on your Yelp page. So you want that to look professional. It doesn't need to be amazing, but it needs to be as good as you can make it in a reasonable amount of time. Just be aware that if you do create your free Yelp listing, Yelp salespeople are going to be calling you, trying to upgrade or sell you on their advertising. So, just be vigilant. If you don't want to do that, tell them you don't want to do it. It's just fine. You don't have to feel obligated to do anything. They'll use different sales tactics to try to get you to do it, but just know that you don't have to do it. It's not a big deal. And if you do decide to try it, two things. One, make them give you a credit. Make them show you it works before you put your own money into it, and don't sign any long-term contracts. That's pointless. And then the other thing is, when you try it, track the results extremely closely. You need to know exactly how many phone calls you get, how many contact forms, how many website visitors, how many actual good leads you get, how many meetings you get, how many estimates you put out, how many jobs you get, how much money you made from it. You want to know all those things in detail. In reality, you want to be tracking that stuff for all of your marketing, because then you track that stuff for a couple months, and then you can just look at it and say, okay, this Yelp compares to this other way of getting customers exactly like this. You want to know the numbers. If you don't know the numbers, you're just going to be sitting around wondering, like, is this working? Is it not working? I hate paying for it, but it might be worth it. You don't want to be wondering. This is business. It's numbers. It's about making money and making people happy. If you're sitting around wondering what's going on and if it's worth it, that's just because you're not tracking things close enough. So that's all I got about Yelp. If you have other questions I might be able to answer, throw them in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.